All right, y'all. One of those days. And who's first? Who's first? All right. The first person is Iron Bull. Iron Bull is first today. Alicia, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Always good to see all of you. Hey. Let's see. Juanita is on with us. Hey, Juanita. Good to see Sarah Stevens on with us. Liberty County's finest, Liberty City's finest. Janet, giving you a heart. Good to see you. Good to see Barbara Kaufman on with us. Diana. Hey, Diana. Happy weekend to you. Lydia Stevens is on with us. Hey, Carolyn Foster Brooks. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. To my double brother, Jamal Brown. Good to see you, sir. Kathy Baggs is on. Hey, Kathy. I hope that you're doing well. Regina Holloway, thank you for joining us. Mardell, good to see you. Great hot evening. And of course, to the digital provocateur herself, Bernice Lohman, good to see you. Hello. Good to see Angela Kirkland on with us as well. Talia has joined us. Linda Kelly on her world tour is in Reno, Nevada. Happy date night to you. Jackie Bonner, thank you for joining us. Alma Michael, good to see you, ma'am. Dana Jackson, good to see you, Dana. Hope you're doing well. Brenda Ponda is on as well. Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida. Always good to see you. Cynthia Moore has joined us, as well as Shirley Pounds. Good to see you. Brother Alan Wright, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. E. Joyce Paris is with us every single night. Every single Friday night we do this. E. Joyce Paris is with us. Gloria Wells, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pamela Brisbane, thank you for joining us. Leilani is joining us from Japan. Whoa, I'm going to go ahead and give you some love from that. What time is it in Japan, Leilani? Dolores Simmons, good to see you. Victoria King is on with us. Ethel Williams from the Highlands, thank you for joining us. Carolyn Smith, hello, good to see you. Lamb, hello, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Tiffany Deal is on with us. Hey, Laura Renee from Pennsylvania has joined us. Marsha Scott is on. Carolyn Thompson is on. Hey, good to see my friend Maurice Oswell. Good to see you, sir. Regina, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alexandria Nicole has joined us. And of course, Linda Williams, her greatness herself. Michelle and Mr. Bill is on with us. Barbara Dolores is on. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Catherine Grant, good to see you. And Leilani says it is 10:23 a.m. in Japan. So good morning to Leilani, where it, I guess, is Saturday morning. So I guess it's, no, it's Friday morning. So for Leilani, it is Friday morning live. Richard Dinkins is on with us, and that means Joya is somewhere close with Faye Law, our resident, you know, karaoke artist is on with us. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see Paula Evans. I got a chance to see her this week. Hey, good to see Iron Bull is changing up his security services. Lamb, thank you very much. Marsha Scott, thank you. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Good to see Michelle, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. We're giving love to Shauna Kennedy because she's on with us. Jean Coleman, good to see you. And a shout out to Chrissy's small Hispanic owned sewing shop, Express Sewing. So it's good to see you, Chrissy and Express Sewing. If y'all get a chance, go check her out. Sabrina Scales has joined us. Good to see Sabrina on. Oh, it's Saturday morning, so happy Saturday morning live, Leilani. Gloria is on with us. Crystal Kaufman has found time in her busy schedule to join us as well. And Glenda Williams. Oh, I'm sorry. Glenda Jones. I'm sorry. Yeah. Debbie Williams be all in my head. So Glenda Jones. Glenda Jones, and then Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. I got it right. Thank you. Ernestine, good to see you as well. And I know I was running a little bit late today, but Ernestine, send me a message and I'll get back with you. Good to see Latasha Barnes, always doing great things in our community. Good to see her as well. And Rose Nelson is on from Pula. Stacy Williams has joined us. Good to see you, sir. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are so happy to have you on. I have to apologize for being a little late today. I was out celebrating Grazel's birthday, and I was having such a good time in the fellowship that I forgot, and the time came up. I'm like, I gotta get up out of here because, they know if you have something on a Friday, I got stuff to do. So, they already know what the deal is. Sarah Malone is on with us. Good to see you, Sarah. Chastity Forson, good evening. And thank you, Barbara. I appreciate you. Cheryl Mitchell has joined us. Thank you, Cheryl, for joining us. So, yeah, it's been a little bit crazy. And so here we are. And I'm just glad that all of you are with us on this Friday. Again, I apologize for running late. It's Friday and people want to do stuff on Fridays. And I told them I got stuff to do on Fridays. Y'all know how it goes down on Fridays. On Fridays, every Friday, I'm doing stuff. I got a date every single Friday night, and so we are so glad that you're with us on this Friday. A lot to talk about and a lot to listen about, and so I'm looking forward to doing both with you. Let's see. Jessica is on with us. Hey, Jessica, happy 4th to you. The Honorable Gabrielle D. Nelson, the awesome councilwoman from District 2 in Port Wentworth is on with us. Always good to see you. Lita is on with us. Good to see Lita. Carlita Turman, thank you for joining us as well. Michelle, yes, I've been busy. Jacqueline Grant has joined us. Good to see you, ma'am. Hey, James Hunsrucker, thank you for joining us as well. Sunshine Tammy is joining us from Jamaica, and so I'm going to hate on that. Yeah, I mean, that's not right. But, it's all right, Y'all want to go off and not take nobody.
Yeah, I mean, that's not right.
But she wants hello from Jamaica. Tam Reeds. Tam, girl, I love you. You have just been going hard for your boy. I appreciate you. But you gotta be nice to people as well, please. Joycette is on, so we're waiting for Mama Charlotte to join us, but Joycette is on, so good to see you, Joycette. Good to see Julie Dink is on as well. Rachel Jacobson, we're happy to see her as well. And I'm not being a hater. Yes, Barbara Foster is on with us. And yes, Tam Reeves is on the 4 More Years Street campaign. She is going hard, and I appreciate it. It's always good when people go hard for you. Good to see Angela Walker, my real sister, on. Good to see you. And it's just hard. So here it is. It's Friday night. We do. Brent Grant has joined us. Always good to see you, Brent, as well. As you know, it's Friday, and you know what happens on Fridays. Fridays, no matter where you are in the world, it is Friday Night Live. It is Friday Night Live, and this is what we do. And I appreciate you all joining me, even when I'm late. Thank you very much, and we're going to get right into it. Want you to like the page. We want you to share the page. We're not selfish with our love. This is a love zone. And so you're up in here, Carrie. Nah. But we love you. We appreciate you all being here. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this is week number 171. 171 straight weeks. 1,199 days. 3 years, 3 months, or 39 straight months. Every single Friday, we have been getting together here. Yes, yes, yes. We have been getting together, and I thank you all so much. And yes, Julie, I was at the Joe Turner coach thing, and I was glad to see Kerry as well. And I was glad to see Catherine Grant. I saw Keith Kimball this week. I was very happy to see Keith. Some of y'all came in on Saturday. Thank you so much. Aunt Ollie was out there, and Sarah Stevens was out there. A bunch of y'all was out there. Y'all met Glenda. Y'all met the crew. Keith was out there. I just appreciate all of you all for coming out as well. So as always, you know, once you like the page, we want you to share the page. We're not selfish with our love. You know, that's what we do. And then, of course, as we do every week, y'all know what we do next, right? You know how it goes down every single week, how we do it. And so I can't get it, though. Let's see, why can't I get it? What's going on? There we go. Hey, Margie, good to see you. Wait a minute, this is not working. 171 weeks, yes. So I'm trying to get my thing together. All right, I'm trying to get together. Right now, I've been having these computer issues. And it's not working, so y'all just have to work with me. I'm getting together, y'all. I'm getting together. Yes. So y'all know what we do. Hashtag Tara Strong. Good to see Andre on. Always good to see you all. And thank you all so much for joining us. Again, a lot to talk about. And, you know, a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. And, you know, I'm going to be purposely brief on some things because, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, you ask God for the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And so this has been a very historic week as it relates to the courts. It's been a historic week in terms of the activity of the Supreme Court. The lesson of this day is when people talk about, good to see you, Greg, when you talk about, you know, elections having consequences. Tree Dougal has got on. She told you what the deal is. Good to see Jessica. Good to see all of you all. Thank you for joining us. All rise. The bishop has found time. Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant has joined us. She has found time in her busy schedule and her travel schedule to join us. So, Bishop, we are so glad to see you as well. Elise Bailey is on. Charlotte has joined us. Mama Charlotte, good to see you. Thank you so much. But, you know, the importance of voting in everything, no matter if it's, you know, your local election, you know, the fact of the matter is that, you know, for my conservative friends, this was the long game. This was a long game for years. You know, some of us were playing checkers and they were playing chess. And you have to put the right pieces on the table in order to take your best shot. And so, you know, that's what we saw. You know, I was very disappointed, but I was not surprised about the court's decision regarding affirmative action. You know, it is still, you know, very clear to me that we still need to, hey, Lorena, good to see you, that we're still in a world in which there are people who are, hey, Desiree, that are underrepresented and misrepresented, and we have to create opportunities for people to be represented. Hey, Jeanette, thank you for joining us. And, you know, affirmative action, and I think a lot of people don't realize this, is that affirmative action is a factor where race was considered as a factor. Hey, Angela, good to see you. It's a factor. It did not mean that a unqualified person was able to get in front of a qualified person. What it said was, it was an opportunity to consider race as a factor in admissions. Um, Good to see Terry Mobley on as well. And so, the fact of the matter was that Clarence Thomas got into Yale because of affirmative action. He didn't get into Yale because he was Clarence Thomas from Pinpoint. He got into Yale because of an affirmative action program. And then once you get there, you have to prove yourself because affirmative action might get you in the door, but affirmative action doesn't keep you in the door. And so, good to see you, Joanne. And so he got in, didn't want to slam the door on other people that want to be able to get in. And, for a lot of schools in particular that are working to build diversity and things, I mean, the fact of the matter is this, is that in some schools, Josiah, good to see you. I'm sorry, man. I'm in the middle of talking, brother. Work with me. Latasha, good to see you. Um, where you're trying to build that diversity um, because it doesn't happen naturally, then you have to do things to be able to help create those opportunities. Obviously, if it wasn't that bad, then why did they take it out for the military academies? Because they recognize that in order to achieve diversity in military academies, that you have to do these types of things. Hey, LaMonica, and so hey, Edna, good to see you. Um, Hey, good to see Big E's and from the front porch, and I know you got plenty to say about that as well. But so that's what the challenge is that it's still good for the military, but it's not good for other colleges. And so for those who had the privilege, good to see you, Lily Reddick. Good to see Lavoria on as well. Um, for those who had the opportunity um, there are kids who are able to get into colleges because their parents went to the college. Period. They were able to get there because their parents were there. Well, I mean, I think that creates an unfair advantage too. So, I mean, good to see you, Monica, the Monica Thornton. Always good to have you on. And so, I mean, it was disappointing, but it's not surprising. I think the problem is that when you look at other things, um, particularly, I mean, and really, when you think about those types of programs, I mean, really, women benefited from it. Women did. White women actually benefited from it. When you look at issues such as um, minority women business enterprise programs, I mean, these were opportunities not only to increase minorities, but also to provide opportunities for women. Um, and it's just too soon to see what the far-reaching implications of this is. I just think that when we're sitting here, it's good to see you, Cynthia. When we're talking about being able to create opportunities, finding ways to become more diverse um, in places where they don't occur naturally, issues like affirmative action, again, not quotas, but affirmative action created, merit-based affirmative action created those opportunities for that to happen. Good to see you, Sharon. And so, that's, I mean, it was just interesting, and it just shows you where we are as a country. That you had women cheering this decision, but y'all next. Um, the other issue was dealing with one with the lady who didn't want to serve LGBTQ people. Now, um, the funny part about it was that there was no customer. There was no customer. But just in case there's somebody she doesn't want to serve because of her religious beliefs. Well, I mean, what if her religious beliefs ultimately say that she don't want to serve black people? I mean, so it just it's a dangerous slippery slope in my mind. Hey, Harry, good to see you again. I don't want to spend much time on it because I'm still reading through the decisions, but I think these things have implications for years and years and years and years to come. Hey, Lynn, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And so, I mean, I hope that we, us, the human family, the Savannah family, regardless of where we sit on the political spectrum. Good to see Bunny in the City on. And Terry Mobley is saying, hello again. And Jeanette is in Brooklyn. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Um, that hopefully, that we'll be able to talk about it. And even if we disagree, that we're able to disagree based on facts and not on personalities. Again, it's a very difficult time for our country. It just is. And so, you just watch, make sure you read, make sure you understand what was done. Hey, Jill Harrison is on. Thank you, Jill, for joining us. Hope you are doing well. And here go the commercials. They told me to do the commercials, so y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know we're going hard. Hey, Major, good to see you. Go ahead and like this page for me, please. And as you might know, I'm trying to keep this job for 4 more years. And so if you feel so inclined, it is $5 Friday. And so today, the 30th of June, is actually a fundraising deadline. So if you feel so inclined to bless your brother with $5, I would appreciate it. So thank you. Let me see, stay on page. That's right, Councilwoman Jill Harrison from Oglethorpe. She is doing great things in the city of Oglethorpe. And I met her at the GMA convention last week. So good to see you, Councilwoman Harrison. Thank you for joining us. All y'all say hey to Councilwoman Harrison from Oglethorpe, Georgia. We are glad to have her. So hey, Deanna, good to see you. So, that's kind of where I am on it. I mean, at the end of the day, our work here remains unchanged. But again, I think we have to intentionally become more inclusive and diverse in what we do and how we do it and where we go and who we include. I don't think monolithic situations really work well at all. We want to be able to bring people into these circles. Good to see Lydia on as well. And so everybody sending shouts out to Councilwoman Harrison. Simone Green has joined us. Good to see you, Simone. Thank you for joining us. So that's it. That's it. That's it. So I know I'm late, so I'm going to stop there, and then we'll, anything y'all want to talk about, any questions we have. Let me tell you the funny part about this though. The first thing people say when they're running for office though is that I'm not a politician, but you're running to become a politician. And I find it like so hilarious because people will say, I am not a politician. And it's kind of an oxymoron because the moment you get elected, you become a politician. Well, Van, what is a politician? A politician is someone who is professionally involved in politics, right? Someone who is professionally involved in politics, especially as a holder of or a candidate for an elected office. All right? So I want to let you know, because I went to Savannah State. So, and I studied this a little bit. So it kills me when people say, I'm not a politician. Well, if you're not, then why are you running to become one? And the fact is, once you become one, you are one. And because you're engaged in electoral politics, you become a politician. And so you should become knowledgeable about politics and how things work and how things happen and how things move. And Dr. Silver, of course, came right through and straight to the point. He says the court cases on yesterday and today are part of a pattern to erode the rights of marginalized people. And I agree with you. The fact is that, we've made these steps, and now we're making steps back. So, but yeah, so people want to be, so next time somebody tell you, I'm not a politician. Well, then why are you running to be a politician? Why are you engaged in electoral politics? The moment You know, I'm single until I get married. The moment I get married, I am married. You know, and so why would you say, well, I'm not a politician? Well, I mean, you know, you, again, you want to be a person who is professionally involved in politics, especially as a holder of or a candidate for elected office. So, you know, that's just kind of crazy, but you know, that's the stuff people talk about. So what y'all want to talk about? What's on your mind? You know, we got time. I was late, so it's my bad. And so, y'all know what? This is some good stuff right here. So tonight's commercial, bubbly, cherry flavor with other natural flavors. Okay, so that's what this is. It is actually really good. I was trying to get away from like sodas, sugar. So this is like carbonated water with like cherry taste. So and so this has 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbohydrates, 0 sugars, 0 added sugars, 0 protein, and so it has nothing. So, and always good to see the Honorable Judge Tammy Stokes on, who serves us on the Eastern Judicial Circuit Superior Court. Always good to see the judge on. So, sending love out to our trusted community leader, Judge Tammy Stokes. Always good to see you, man. And I hope I'll end up in your court anytime soon. Lorianne is going to my father-in-law, the mayor of Ideal, Georgia, Samuel Jenkins Jr. All right, sending out love to mayor of Ideal, Georgia, Samuel Jenkins Jr. Hey, Scott, good to see you as well. So, you know, what do you want to ask? What do you want to know about what's happening in your city? What's happening? Oh, Regina, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, this is not, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. And I just think that when you are looking at people to represent you, you know, you look first of all at what they've done. Um, at some point, you have to go from being an activist or from being a candidate to governing, and there's a difference. And you know, unfortunately, some people just want to, they don't want to govern. You know, at some point, you have to get things done. And so Bernice wants to know any new and active programs for small business. The answer, of course, is yes. We have an entrepreneurial center. I just hosted my small business conference. In May, we had over 250 small businesses there represented. And so it's called the Entrepreneurial Center. And we're engaging. I mean, we recognize that education is the key. And then as you move forward in the education space and the knowledge space, you're better able to access funds and programs to be able to help people be successful in business. So, yes. So, hey, Karen, good to see you. Good to see Miss Lucille Bacon on. Pernacia, good to see you as well. And I appreciate you, Dr. Silver, giving me that shout out. When people like Dr. Pete Silver give you a shout out, I mean, I'm not worthy, but I'll take it. Thank you. Deani Gibbs, good to see you, Deani. And see, Deani works at the Entrepreneur Center. So, Deani, if you shout out Ms. Bernice Lohman and give her information about things we're doing to help our small businesses be successful, we'll appreciate it. So, this is your time. What do you want to know? What questions did you have? Things happening in the city? You know, it's been hot lately. It has been hot. So at one point it was raining like week before last, and then over the last week it's just been like hot. And when I think about this, hey, good to see Jacob Horn. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. You know, but then it's so much hotter in Alabama and Texas and Mississippi. So I just thank God for things as they are. Thank God for air conditioning. So, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to know about? How can I help? How can I be of information to you tonight? So we don't have city council for the next couple of weeks. We decided to take a little break. You know, Fact is, we have 2,600 employees that bust their behinds, and when council's in session, we are going at breakneck speed, and so there's a little break in between that. Good to see Rhonda Wilson on from Houston as well. And while I'm waiting to see what y'all want to talk about, um, this is Leilani wants to know any way you can help my campaign. Yes, Glenda is on. Glenda sent a message to Leilani. We had our office opening. I forgot to mention it last week. We had our office opening last week, and it was great. We had a lot of Friday Night Livers come by, and we took a picture together, and that was fun. And anything you can do. We take phone calls, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. Jill says in Oglethorpe they need help managing code violations. Our police force is already stretched thin. We don't have the bandwidth. I think, Jill, do you have a code enforcement office? I mean, at one time, we couldn't have police doing code. So what we basically do, we have code enforcement. We have deputy marshals essentially that do code, and they're trained in the International Code Congress International. And so they're able to go around and they have the ability of a deputy marshal to do code violations. We don't have police doing codes at all because, like you said, it just really stretches out your police department. And so, Councilwoman, if you have any questions about that, I'll be more than glad to connect you with our folks and help provide any direction we can help get you there. So, thank you, Regina. I appreciate you for that. Hey, good to see Minister Chanel on with us, and she said that Georgia Power bill is already double plus. I know, right? So I go in the bathroom sometimes and just kind of sit down because it's usually cool in the bathroom. But yeah, Councilwoman Harrison, let's look. I mean, I'll talk to you offline, but let's maybe you should look at considering a code department where they can just do code violations, so your police don't have to. Your police probably getting paid too much to doing code stuff. So, Barbara wants to know: is the Housing Dreammaker program open all the time, or do we accept applications during certain times? No, we accept applications all of the time. Barbara wants to know: our Dreammaker program is an opportunity to help people own their home for the first time. The reality is that you can own a home. And when you own a home, you own land. And when you own land, you own a piece of God's earth. You own a piece of the American dream. And land is an appreciating asset. And anybody can own a home. Sometimes we've had issues in our life. Sometimes we've had things that happen. Life happens. Things get out of whack. We get turned sideways. And the fact is, there is a process to get you in a position where you can own a home. And if it's in the city of Savannah, we want to be able to help you. And so we've had many, many people to own a home. They are homeowners now. We will help put a second mortgage on the house that we will forgive to make the home affordable for you. So, please, we'd love to get you that information. Dana says, you moved outside. Yeah, Dana, I'm still a little mad at you about that. I wanted you to stay here with us, Dana. Good to see Cynthia Frazier's on. Good to see you as well. Okay. Thank you, Glenda. I appreciate that. And Linda, where you going now? Linda, if you in Reno, then it's only 7:54. So why are you leaving us early? So, hey, Renee Kennedy, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that. And we do have some shirts and we do have bumper stickers, and Glenda can help you get all of that out there as well. And we have to get people out to vote. I mean, I think what we have to realize is that voting, elections have consequences. Participating has consequences, and not participating have consequences. And when you don't vote, you are voting, and you're voting with your no vote. And so, again, for those, and I know for me, as a member of the Electoral College here in Georgia, one of those 16 real electors, the fact of the matter is elections here in Georgia affected what happened in D.C. when Donald Trump was elected president. And, so it's all an ecosystem that your vote helps to make that happen. So, again, I'm not getting into the politics of it all, but at the end of the day, those who vote call those shots. So, no, Ernestine, we are going to have a Friday night. Glenda, remind me, we have to get the date for the Friday night live T-shirt. And now some people in the world, when they came to the event, some of them were able to snag their official Friday Night Live T-shirt, and so we have them and they're here. But we'll make sure that you get your official Friday Night Live T-shirt for those of you who come and hang out with us. Lorianne says, save the trees. They're building too much. We have to breathe. Animals need a home, not ours. I agree with you, but on the other end of it, Lorianne, is that when people own land, they get to call the shots on the land that they own. And we can't infringe upon that right, whether we agree with it or not. And so that's been the challenge for us. I mean, I think everybody agrees there's a lot of construction going on. A lot of construction. Jill says she suggested that they consider hiring a code officer. The answer is yes, you should. And you could bring someone in. It does bring in revenue, and more importantly, helps bring people up to code standards. So yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, Monir from Ruin Thai. I have not been in Ruin Thai this week. I think I came last week. Bernice is on from King County in Washington. I'm gonna be out there in like 2 weeks, Bernice. So I better see you. Dawn wants to know, can I do a shout out to Lovestone on their grand opening? Sending out love to Lovestone on your grand opening. Is that tomorrow? Dawn, I heard about it, but when is it? All right, Dana with the help of Dad. All right, Dana, I forgive you. You should help your dad, so hopefully he's doing better. Okay, let me see. Hey, Barry is on, y'all. So let's show some love to Barry. And David Minkowitz is on as well. Pat is on from Orlando, Florida, hanging out with her family. Look at that. Look at Pat. Pat is in Orlando with her family. She should be on International Drive, yet she's on Friday Night Live. So we appreciate that. Bernice, I am doing good. And some of y'all want a date night shirt. We're gonna get y'all the shirts. Keith got his, but we're trying to get those. We have an event, so it's Glenda's fault. But we're hopefully, look, by next week. I think by next week we're gonna announce the Friday Night Live event. Okay, we're gonna do it. Barry, we're gonna bring you your shirt, brother. We're gonna bring it to you. Bernicia, good to see you. And Glenda said we will plan an event real soon. So yes. And the surprise was those who came to the Saturday campaign event, we gave them the Friday Night Live T-shirts. So we're going to make sure you all get them. Dennis, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Jeanette is on. Hey, good to see you, Jeanette. I hope you're doing well. Dee Dee Middleton has joined us. Hey, Dee Dee. Star is on. Good to see Star. And let me see what else. Oh, Paul. Hey, Paul. Hope you're doing well, sir. But yeah, Barbara, I'm sorry you had to leave. I had to go to a funeral, and the funeral lasted a little while longer, and so that's why I was a little late. Daviana is on. Hey, Daviana, how you doing, girl? Hopefully you're doing all right, Daviana. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're being a good girl, okay? Jean says, what about the disabled persons? About, for what? What are you talking about, Ms. Jean? And Monica Thornton says she wants the T-shirt. Monica Thornton, you're going to have to come to the event. So, um, you know, sorry. I mean, you got to be to the events. We got to do something. We got to figure that out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We want everybody to have a shirt. Good to see Natasha on as well. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. The mother of a Savannah State Tiger, new Savannah State Tiger as well. Good to see the Honorable Linda Wilder Bryant from the 3rd District of the City of Savannah. Always good to see her as well. Star, you will see me in the airport soon. Oh, Jean. Ms. Jean, we'll work that out with you. Good to see Pastor Charles Dumas of the Townsley Chapel AME Church. Good to see you, sir. Thank you. And Ernestine, you know we're going to take care of you. We're going to take care of you. We know you're working hard as well. Hey, Miss Dawn, could you go ahead and inbox me the date, the time, and the address, please? Because I'll probably lose it in here. So, yeah. So, but I will tell you this. So on Monday, the City of Savannah, our council, received a civility award. We were the first city in the state to be certified as a city of civility, and that meant that we had to take a pledge, and we had to conform to 9 principles of pillars of civility. And as many of you all know, I mean, it's really aspirational. It's really how you choose to carry yourself moving forward. How do you choose to govern yourself in your interactions, not only with your colleagues, but also with people in your constituency? And, we couldn't get that unanimously. There was an argument about the civility resolution, and in the end, it passed. But 3 people, well, 1 person abstained and 2 people voted against it, I think, which was crazy that we couldn't even agree to be civil. We could not agree to be civil. Well, then, let's talk about that. And me being the person that we are, civil means to be courteous and polite. And we could not get 9 people to be or to pledge to be courteous and polite. I'll put this in here so y'all can see this. Couldn't get y'all to do that, couldn't get 9 people to agree to be courteous and polite. So, but it's all right. 3 monkeys didn't stop a show, and so we went ahead and we got it, and we took it. Again, this is a commercial $5 Fridays. If you feel you're able to, it's a fundraising deadline tonight, June the 30th, which is the end of the 2nd quarter. And so, if you can, $5 Fridays. If you do $1, it's fine. If you don't have it and you just want to say a prayer for me, touch the screen and say, Lord, bless that dude. I appreciate that as well. Right. Well, Barry, I think the record is actually, you can watch it. I wasn't civil. I mean, again, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and and so my mama raised me that way. My daddy raised me that way. But hey, I just work here. So this weekend, as you know, it is the 4th of July, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Well, not this week. Good to see you, Brother Eric, as well. And so what happens is, this is a weekend, then on Tuesday is the 4th of July. And we know that the 4th of July, and this whole weekend, I'm already hearing fireworks. Fireworks in Georgia are legal. We cannot infringe on state laws that relates to fireworks. But I will tell you a couple of things. First of all, celebratory gunfire is stupid, is dumb. Um, it's dangerous. When you shoot a round into the air, the laws of gravity bring it down, and it can come down on somebody's house, it can come down on somebody's car, it can come down on somebody's head. And so, I beg and plead with us that there is nothing, 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 nothing celebratory about firing a gun into the air. And so, please, ma'am and sirs, please don't engage um, in that type of behavior. I mean, it's just so dangerous, and I don't want everybody to become hurt because of our wild behavior. The second thing is that fireworks are dangerous. I remember I was growing up in Brooklyn, and I remember um, they had these little things called an M80, and so an M80 was like it was a thing about that big, about that thick, but it's like a quarter stick of dynamite. I remember this kid, he lit the M80, and it burned too quick, and it blew off like two or three of his fingers. I mean, it literally, blew him off. I mean, we watched his fingers like be blown off. It's very dangerous. Again, monitor your young people as it relates about that. Um, but when it's time for the fireworks to stop, please stop. Fireworks are very, very traumatic to seniors. They're very traumatic to babies. They're very traumatic to those that have PTSD, or those who have um, other, mental health challenges. They're very traumatic to pets. And so, although you can celebrate and you should celebrate, I'm just asking, let's be considerate of our neighbors. If you need to go to a park or go down the street or something like that to fire your fireworks, then go ahead and do that. Regina, you're late for work, but thank you for being with us. I appreciate that. Um, and so be safe doing that as well. So, as much as we're having fun or enjoying ourselves, let's be mindful of those that might be affected in that way. Um, when will the police enforce the new sound ordinance? I believe it starts July 1st. I believe they'll start going into it. That's tomorrow, I believe. So, Eric, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. He says I'm doing a great job as mayor. Hopefully, the people of Savannah feel that way. I'm serious about this life. I am serious about this life. See, some of these people, they get into it because they think it is glory. They don't see, they say this is a part-time job, but anybody will tell you in elected office that it's not a part-time job. I mean, you put full-time work in. And if you're serious about it, for me, being um, the mayor of this city is being the pastor of this city. I feel like I have charge over and service to, and I'm responsible for this city. And that's why I go so hard for the city. Nobody's going to go harder for this city than me. And so that means that and so Alderwoman Wilder Bryan and Councilwoman Harrison will tell you, and Councilwoman Nelson will tell you. I mean, wherever you are. I mean, I was at a restaurant a little while ago. Now I'm going into the bathroom, right? Hey man, how you doing? I'm good. Hey man, I wanted to talk to you about something. I'm like, bro, I'm in the bathroom. Oh yeah, yeah, I. Well, let me tell you this. I'm like, I'm trying to use the bathroom, but I stopped and listened to what he had to say. And the fact of the matter is that people have access to us, particularly local elected officials. They have that access to us because they see us wherever they are, and they think that we can move mountains, and they blame us for everything. And I'm sorry. I mean, I do the best I can with what I have, with what authority I have. I am not responsible for everything that goes wrong in your life. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not. I can't let you put that on me. Because I've heard about stuff that supposedly I've done and I haven't done it at all. I had nothing to do with it, but people want to blame me. No, you need to blame yourself. Blame your behavior. Blame the things that you have done. At the end of the day, I didn't come to be a savior. I came to be a servant. I came to be a servant. I didn't come to save you from yourself. I came to do the best I could with what I have, with what authority I have. My goal, my role was to come and provide seats to the table, to see people who have never been seen before, to hear people who have never been heard before, to create seats at the table where they've never been created before. And I think we have done that. And the reality is that nobody is always going to be satisfied. And I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, you know, can't fix the world. But I do think that our city is better than we were. We have done you know what we could do with what we've had, and that's what it is. And so you know it's just funny. Just you know people. I did this. I did that. I did this. I did that. I did this. I did that. And it's like the good news about being in this long enough is that you just recognize it, that I'm not as good as my supporters say I am. I'm not as bad as my detractors say I am. I just get up and I just do the best I can every single day. If you wanted someone perfect, you would not have elected me because I'm not. Um, and sometimes these folks want to assume office. They see the glory, but they don't know the story. They don't see the hours. They don't see the time. They don't see the sacrifice. Um, you know, and so I think it's just, and then so when you have people who are running for the wrong reasons, they're running for drama, they're running for retribution, they're running for revenge. That is a very dangerous thing. And I will tell you, without going too deep, that we have some dangerous people that are trying to serve themselves, serve themselves. Bernicia, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I don't know if you knew this, Bernicia, but actually, when I did my re-election announcement on February the 20th, I spoke from Nehemiah. I spoke about Nehemiah. Nehemiah had returned back to Jerusalem because his city was in ruins. And so it is probably one of my, it's been really kind of um, it's been one of my favorite um, discussions because I just felt like, it really kind of characterized, um, the things I had been dealing with. Um, and, you know, Jerusalem had become destroyed during the second temple period, and he was in Persia, and essentially he was the cupbearer to the king, and he learned that his city was in great distress. And I'm not saying that I'm Nehemiah. I'm just saying I have a spirit like Nehemiah, particularly when it came to him building the wall. And the fact was he was building this wall, and while building it, people tried to get him to come down off of that wall. And he basically told, well, there was two things I think really stuck with me. The first thing was that Nehemiah, in building that wall, he built the wall because the people had a heart to build the wall. And I think that was important. The people, had the mind to rebuild. And that was definitely important. The people. And so, in being a servant, then I can't do anything unless the people. So the work that we've been able to do in Savannah, our first housing plan, a $15 minimum wage for students, more money into homelessness and affordable housing than we've ever had before. The building of an arena, the building of a brand new Grant Center, the building of a Hudson Hill Community Center. All these things, the lowest taxes in 25 years. It wasn't because of Van Johnson. It was because the people had a mind to do the work. And we did the work together because government is governed by the consent and the work of the governed. So that was the first thing. The second thing about Nehemiah that I liked is that people were trying to distract him from doing the work. And Nehemiah said, "Man, why should I come down and talk to you? I'm doing great work." And so even in the midst of this stuff, even in the midst of people, I've been accused of stealing signs. I ain't got time to be stealing nobody's signs, man. Come on, man. I'm a mayor of a major city. I ain't got time to touch nobody's signs. That's tricks. Tricks are for kids. I don't do that. But and then things that are said and all that kind of stuff, ban. Look down and say, I am doing a great work. Why should I stop this work to come down to you? It's distractions. And I'm not going to play into the distractions because I'm doing great work and I don't have time to come down with you to deal with your distractions. So anyway, let me shut up. But that's why I really like Nehemiah. So I appreciate that, Vernicia, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Well, Barry, you use a wheelchair, but Barry, you stand strong for not only your community, you stand strong for everybody you know. So that's why we love you, Barry. And I'm glad you stand with me, even in your wheelchair, my brother. And always good to see Super Sadie Campbell on as well. She is our senior Friday Night Liver. We're always glad to have her on with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see Harold Spava on from the Spava Law Group. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Good evening, Lenora. Thank you for joining us as well. Jeanette says, remember November. Yeah, I said, no, remember today. Because, see, when you're governing, you deal with today. When you say remember in November, that means that you're acting in a electoral or campaigning stamp. I can't worry about November. I got stuff to deal with today. We have people who need our help today. There are people who need housing today. There's homelessness that need help today. There's young men and young ladies that have to be engaged today. I ain't got time to remember in November. I got work to do right now. Good to see Jennifer Davenport on as well. Margaret Mary says hello from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo está? Godmother, good to see you. So anyway, let me shut up, man. Shut up, man. Shut up. Michelle, well, I might win again, but we need to win again. We need to win. We have to choose dignity over drama. That's what we have to do. And so if you like drama, then I ain't your dude, because I'm not about that. We're doing great work, and we ain't got time to come down. And so, to be engaged in the drama and the narcissism and whatever the DSM-4 is today, I don't have time for it. We're trying to change people's lives. Good to see you, Lamb. Thank you for joining us as well. And Lavoria, you're right. There are people wherever they are. It's always a storm cloud because it's drama wherever they go. You just see it for yourself. So see it for yourself. And Tam, good to see Tam. Tam has been going hard for me. I appreciate you, Tam. She got a street campaign going as well. The Honorable Kendra Rowe. She is a councilwoman in Brunswick, Georgia. It is good to see her. She is in Melbourne, Florida today. So I'm sending out love to. So I look at that. I have all these elected officials. I have Councilwoman Kendra Rowe. I have Councilwoman Harrison. I have Councilwoman Nelson, and I have Alderwoman Linda Wilder Bryan. So I have 4 elected officials on here. Good to see our small business queen as well, Marjorie Young. Good to see you. And Councilwoman Rowe, Brunswick also has a civility designation, and I think y'all's passed unanimously, right? Y'all weren't uncivil passing the civility pledge, right? So now, and appreciate you, Michelle, and yeah, Major, thank you. I appreciate that again. You know, at some point, your government shouldn't be a reality show. And people are like, you know what? People tell me, and they tell me it's a lot. I got popcorn, I got me some wine. I just sat there and watched y'all meetings. I mean, you know, and people are watching it for the drama. And I mean, that's not cute. It's like when you have like a little child and the baby's there and they twerking or they cursing or they're acting, grown, or as people say, mannish. And people say, oh, that's cute. No, it's not. It's not cute. It is not cute. Um, and so, you know, even in this, I mean, the goal is that we should look at our um, our meetings for what governance is happening, not for the antics that are happening. And so, I mean, I want to get to the day where, what, they say, council was really kind of boring. They'll be like, child, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see that? I mean, it's crazy. So thank you, Howard. I appreciate that as well. So, Terry says, remember November. I say, no, remember today. Remember today. Remember last year. Remember the year before last. Remember the year before that. And so, anyway. So, anything else? So, I know I kept y'all a little late because I was late. I apologize. But we're so glad to have Councilwoman Harrison on from Oglethorpe, Georgia. We're happy to have her on with us. And also Councilwoman Kendra Rowe from Brunswick, Georgia. And, the funny part about it is that, everybody wants to do it until they get up in the seats. When you get up in those seats and you find out that you can't do all the things you thought you could do, and that everything costs money, and everything is a priority, you find out that it's not as easy as you think it is. And just because you see it on TV or you read a couple of Facebook articles doesn't mean that all of a sudden that you're able to be able to govern. And so, it is what it is. But this too shall pass. And I thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And by next week, Glenda, we're going to talk this week, Glenda. We're going to go ahead and we're going to set up the date for our Friday night live get together. Good to see you, Brother Harry, as well. And thank you for your help this week as well. It was a great service. But we're looking forward to our get together, and we'll have T-shirts, and we'll get T-shirts for those of you to show up. Hey, Miss Julia has got on, so y'all, let's give some love to Miss Julia as we always do. We give Miss Julia love, and so wait a minute. So, but it's been real. It's been real. Always, thank you all so much. It's always good to see you. Here we are, 170 weeks later, 1,199 days later. Here we are, 3 years, 2 months, and 12 days. Here we are, 39 months, 12 days, every single Friday night. And we are still together in the longest relationship, the longest situationship, the longest entanglement, the longest love affair on social media. It is Friday Night Live, live from Savannah, Georgia. And we're so glad that you are Savannah Strong. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. Get some rest. Remember, freedom is not free. Freedom must be fought for. And so make sure that you're safe and have a blessed evening. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.